game. Getting ready to introduce our players, ladies and gentlemen. In the top left side of the map, it's going to be our red Terran player from Property. Why do map makers build the edge of their map so close to the main base? I can't do my spins. It's MorroW. I have to go the other way around. In the bottom right corner of the map, from Punchline, it's going to be our blue Protoss player. It is jeysen. Yeah, guys, how's everyone doing tonight? Thank you all you guys hitting that follow button. So let's do a few of you guys. Let's do a few of your shout outs here now. Maybe, perhaps, shall we? Should we do some Twitch shout outs? Is that good with you guys? Yeah, so let's do some shout outs. So KHJ71 has hit that follow button alongside Phantom MS4. Did we only get to we got to Phantom MS45 last time? Is that it? Actually, we only had one follow since then? Wow, I'm amazed. To be honest. Anyways, let's get into this. Not really much happening here early on. We haven't even seen the barracks being placed down just yet, and looks like this will be a Reaper expand by the way that SCV is rallied to take the gas on 12. Refinery placed down. And, cool. Milky, if you're going to send me a message on Skype to help me put Spotify stuff onto the channel, onto the stream, then I will give you SC2I hearts forever. So some people, like, I can't believe them, because I've googled it so many times, I never found an answer. Maybe I'm just being an idiot before I Google. Anyways, we got some gas being mined here by MorroW. It's just going to be a Reaper opening. And this probe going to move down from the high ground to the low ground. And then come back home, because he's seen what's going on. He doesn't really need to see too much more. More of the SCV scout here to begin with. We're heading towards that main base. Wants to confirm one gas or two right from the start of this. And then we'll see if he wants to try and drop that engineering bay to block his opponent in for a little while as well. As here we go, going in here. This SCV going to look to put down that engineering bay perhaps. As jeysen going to try and come in and just trade against the SCV for hit points for now. He's actually going to pull that probe away. Is he actually trying to get engineering bay blocked? Oh, is he trying to hide the Zealot from going across the map? That's actually kind of smart, actually, as, ooh, he loses the probe. And the Zealot's actually going to go across the map then and try and be a little bit annoying here. Stalker and Mothership Core are on the way out. And, does MorroW realise this? I think he does realise this. I think he realises that something's a little bit off right now. There's that Mothership Core. Stalker coming out as well. And that Reaper's actually already heading back home. So, this is still going to be a little bit of a Mothership Core Stalker push across the map here with the Zealot as well. And you can be very aggressive with this. I'm not sure if this Zealot... I don't think he went far enough down here to see that Zealot based on, you know, how far across the Zealot is right now. There's the Reaper though, going to start working his way against the Zealot, and MorroW has to begin microing. He's got a bunker on the way up, Stalker's in the middle of the map, and Mothership Core is not far behind. First 2 Marines on the way out as well. As the real goal right now for jeysen is to slow down the bunker from coming up, and the longer he delays this for, the more chance he has of doing something good with this, and he gets an SCV kill. We'll get another SCV to stop mining on that... stop building on that command center. He's still going to deny the bunker. Another Stalker and a Mothership Core, and I believe maybe another Stalker on the way across the map. He's in a pretty good position here to do some denying. He's going to be able to delay the command center even longer now. This SCV will eventually be targeted. There we go, and he's going to start targeting here. A lot of SCVs coming down to the low ground to start dealing with this right now, actually. As the second Stalker comes in, I mean, this is so much lost mining time for MorroW to begin with. As the Marines are just going to get into the bunker. That's actually going to be a dead Mothership Core. It's not going to get away in time. So that's a little bit of a slip up there by jeysen. As these 2 Stalkers just chilling out, hanging back for a little bit. MorroW going to move out onto the map with this SCV. Also kind of keep an eye on what's going on. Pushing out with these Marines as well, trying to push this Stalker back. So that he can actually get an SCV onto the map. I guess what he really wants to see is whether there's a natural nexus on the way for his opponent without having to... Well, he actually stops to see him SCV up here. I feel as though it should be what he wants to try and achieve here, right? Because he wants that information. I mean, he can of course assume, but it's always nice to know for sure. Mothership Core on the way back up and a rubber facility on the way down. I mean, having lost the Reaper, he really does need some way to kind of scout into that main base. He could scan, but that's never going to be, you know, 100% confirmed as a, you know, way to see what's going on. Alright, so MorroW going to be having a few bunkers in this, a few marines in this bunker right now. As an engineering bay, I mean, it was a very fast stim starting up here. I mean, no factory, so no mine drop, no pressure in that sort of regard. So it's going to be a lot of bio early on. I mean, with only 2 racks, generally you're going to start a pretty fast factory as well. As this SCV does come around the map, going to scout the natural nexus, but the motion core going to be a little bit too good for the SCV to get past in terms of coming in to scout that robo facility. So MorroW remains blind in the main base, doesn't see that robo down over here. These few stalkers just going to sit just outside of the natural right now. And we're going to see a third command center placed down as well for MorroW. That second gas finishing up as well, and just continuing with his build right now. That factory on the way, so Medevac's going to be hit out about the kind of, I guess, 10:30ish mark. Not super early, really. I guess he was put, you know, I guess 10:30 is kind of late for the build he's doing, but he was delayed a lot based on the, you know, he was delayed a lot early in this game. Because of the initial pressure, which he didn't actually deal all too well with. 3 gateways on the way behind this. This is going to be a lot of pressure coming in from Jeysen. If he can drop that force field on the ramp, this could be deadly from him, because that starport, you know, there's going to be no medevac to kind of boost up here for quite some time. So this really could get some damage done if he gets in here. These stalkers probably going to get lifted up as well as a way in towards the main base, and just going to lift these up and get in there. And I feel just go for it, right? Like, if he drops the force field on this ramp, he's going to be able to get in here, kill Stim, and here we go. Warpers are moving in. Does MorroW realize it? He does start to come in with his marines almost immediately, so very good map awareness, and begins to come into position to shut this down. And he leaves enough at the natural as well for this not to be too much of a threat. And now he also starts up a second bunker, so he realizes that this could actually be a very aggressive play from Jeysen, which it is. I mean, 3 gates on the natural means that he's got 4 in total. The extra gas has not been taken on the natural just yet either. And Immortal's on the way, so it may even be a kind of follow-up Immortal bust here out of Jeysen. Just it would hit very late though, so I wonder if it's really going to work. I wonder if it's actually just a safety Immortal at this point in time. I mean, he's not Corona boosting it, so I imagine that's going to be the case. He's making 2 probes at a time as well, and just going to drop the Robo Bay. Just kind of backing out of all of this aggression altogether. This Marine coming along the top side of the map, going to start working its way against a pylon. And we'll actually just continue moving around. He sees that's there, so what he really wants is just get a little bit more map control, and just going to stim this Marine around and keep an eye on the third base, it seems. And we'll be able to send a few more units out to track that pylon a little bit later in the game. Combat shields is on the way up in +1, about to finish as well as the first 2 medevacs pop. And this is prime time for MorroW to start heading across the map and looking to do his first little bit of damage here in this game. No Claw Sight out just yet, but 2 Immortals are on the high ground. I've actually seen a 3rd Immortal, wow. This is very aggressive. Double Forge as well, though. So, I mean, he is going to take his 3rd base. But to have 3 Immortals is very, very interesting. They're going to do very good against Marauders, but this is actually mostly Marines in the army of MorroW right now. There's only 4 Marauders in total, so I don't think the Immortals are going to do that much. Okay, they're quite tanky, but is it going to be enough? I'm not too sure. Stalker going to come in here and take down that Marine. And we're going to see another pylon just placed over here for Jeysen. Oops. There we go. Alright, awesome. So, we're going to be sent out around the bottom side of the map, it seems. We're going to see MorroW coming over to the left-hand side as well. Again, just checking out to make sure if there's any pylons out and about, trying to be annoying at his 3rd base. This Marine should kind of, loop around and probably head up back towards this direction, because, I mean, it's so difficult. I mean, there's going to be a pylon down here, all the way around here, and all the way back up here, so there's more spaces to check than usual in terms of the early game potential pylon placement. 3 Immortals, 2 Sentries, and a bunch of Stalkers over towards this base, and MorroW's actually just going to take down these rocks for now, and stop his opponent from moving towards him too early on. Okay, now he's just going to take down these. He's just going to make sure it's something his opponent can't just shoot down very, very quickly and trap his army. It's just going to make sure that this is going to be always a kind of path of escape for him in this game. As these units just continue moving around, a couple of Marauders, a few more Marines coming across the map looking to see what they might be able to get up to. Stalkers taking down a single Marine there, and these units are just going to be backing off for now. Big drop in towards the main base. Jeysen already starting to respond to this. Is it going to be in time? He scans this. He's absolutely nothing here. He's going to start dropping, and I mean, we should see the boost coming back up in time to kind of get out of here without taking too much damage. He's just going to go for the Nexus. No blink just yet, and that's the problem about the way that Jeysen's open. Without the blink, it's not the best of scenarios for him. There we go, and ooh, we're going to lose 1 medevac and maybe a second. Not going to quite get enough damage onto it though it's very, very close in the end. At the same time, a couple of Widowmines burrow over towards the 3rd base. One of them goes off And Single Marine is actually just doing some damage here and there as well. So Widowmine's just burrowing all over the place, and MorroW continuing to do damage right now in this game, continuing to push his lead, and he's going to even up the upgrades as well. So 1-1 finishing for both players. +2/+2 just starts now for Jeysen, and we'll see what exactly MorroW will want to do in terms of, does he have an armory up already? No, he doesn't, so that's actually going to delay his own 2-2 for quite some time. This is add-on Widowmines, no sign of Vikings, so probably not expecting any kind of SCV pull in this game. This is a little bit of a interesting scenario right now. So kind of, yeah, I mean, a lot of Widowmines, I guess he's just going to play kind of the very drop-heavy style, you know, just drop all day long, and just continue to try and do damage and never stop, really. Warp Prism is up here, so it actually will act as a way to scout this big drop coming in. MorroW's going to fly right past this Jeysen. Should be paying attention to this if he sees his minimap. And, I mean, he must see their medevacs moving across the top side. And, okay, now he does actually just check it, so took him a little while, but he does check it in the end, and now he knows about those. MorroW's just going to boost right to the top corner. What he very well might do is just leave those there for quite some time, and hit whenever his opponent does move out and is going to end up out of position. We have another big drop going in towards the main base. Something else which Jeysen spots here, as you see a big warping in towards the main, but that warping means that he's not going to be able to warp in to defend this drop in the main. These medevacs are going to be able to hide in the top right, and it's actually been such a great bait to let these units get in towards the main base right now. The mothership goes going to probably fall, and he's actually just going to talk down the Nexus. He's going to get the Colossus though, and there's nothing else here to really attack these units. And that's going to be the main base falling once again here. And with Ronnie's outs coming out, and they're going to take a lot of damage off these mines too. They're actually going to get cleaned up. That robot facility is now going to be a prime target here with MorroW, and that's exactly what he's going to target down. Forges are here as well, and these units are still only just now coming back in. At the same time, a big drop towards the third. There's a lot of units left over here. MorroW going to turn away from this one, as one of these forges get taken down. It's the attack upgrade. He's going to try and sneak through the side of the minerals and try and take down the second forge. Get rid of +2 armor as well. It's going to fall. And now all of a sudden the upgrades are going to remain constant here in this game for quite some time. A Sentry and a Colossus taking some serious damage from that mine, and another mine going to go off, and another little bit of damage done over here, taking the shields off the Colossus. He actually stims in towards the third base with this other drop. One Colossus down, and the other coming back right now. These Morrows actually doing a nice job, but oh my god, the mines do so much damage to them. MorroW will pick up with whatever he can save. A lot of medevacs actually saved, which is nice. And okay, he's going to lose the mines in the main base, but again, the damage he's doing is absolutely fantastic right now. He's 85 supply up in this game, in this PvT, and he's looking pretty strong. As back at home, he's finally started that Viking production. He's adding on his 2-2 as well, so finally got that armory up, starts his +1 vehicle weapons also, so like these Vikings are going to be able to do okay. And actually boosting these medevacs towards the mineral line, going to repair them up before he moves across the map again. Healthy medevacs are good medevacs. You know, if your medevacs can't be killed in one shot by a stalker, then you're doing good. So always worth to just repair up. It's very cheap, and it's essentially, you know, it's cheaper to repair your medevac than to build an entire new one. So nice to see MorroW taking a couple of moments to just get that done. As he adds on a couple more Vikings here. Once again, fourth base has been set up for him as well. And I mean, with an 80 supply lead again, you have to imagine this is kind of MorroW's game to throw at this point. He's going to be ahead in the upgrades, and he's actually moving across the map right now to see what he can do. He's sniped a couple of Colossi throughout this game, remember, as well as that robot facility. So, you know, with only 2 Colossi up, Jeysen really isn't going to stand much of a chance here, I don't think. I mean, these Vikings are going to work their way through them Colossi so quickly. We do have some high template, we do have Storm Research, and Storms are going to be the one way in which MorroW can maybe really lose this incoming engagement. As here we go, huge Storm on the army, a huge second Storm as well! And these Vikings are taking a lot of damage. They've Templar, they become Archons, but even with 2 huge Storms, it's just not enough. MorroW is way too far ahead, but if that was an even game, my gosh, them Storms would have been game-ending for MorroW, honestly. GG's, and MorroW does take game 1 of this best of 3 against Jeysen. Well, the bets looking like then on this series, we have 129 warrior points on MorroW and 20 on Jeysen. 86.86% of the bets of the points going on to MorroW. 5 of you guys taking part in the betting. Alright, so we're going to jump into game 2 here in a couple of moments time. Wait to see who's going to be hosting this up. Get invited into Iron Fortress for game 2 of this best of 3. MorroW very quick to throw us that invite, and we should be good to go here in just a couple of moments time. So MorroW versus Jeysen 2 game 2 on the way up, guys. Again, MorroW definitely going to be the favourite here going into this, and again it's continuing to look that way right now. So Iron Fortress is what we're loading into. Getting set to go into this, guys. loading into our map. How's everyone doing today? Let us know who you're cheering for in the chat as we go in game and we get set and ready to go. In the bottom right corner is going to be our red Terran player from Team Property. It's MorroW. And in the bottom left is going to be our blue Protoss player representing Punchline. It's jeysen. Who is this? MorroW or MorroW, says 3D GLaDOS. I don't know, man. It's very easy to get them mixed up, isn't it? MorroW, MorroW. They actually sound very similar as well. You know, very similar names. Starts with an M, has an R in the middle, some R's surrounded by vowels. Alright. We need a better name for wardy points, don't we? I don't know what we're going to call them. We need something a little bit more catchy. A little bit more catchy. This kid plays perfectly. The MorroW is in action, says Pixodes. He is. I did play that pretty well, and he was actually in this bracket. Excuse me while I tab out a little bit. I'm going to actually just have a quick peek to see who else is actually in his bracket tonight. The Muslim and Bling is happening in the round of 32, by the way, guys. The Clash, the War of the Roses, it was once called, as Total Biscuit made a tournament like that. So MorroW will play Strange in the next round if he does advance here. Tefl in his bracket as well as Soul could be a bit of a danger. Boombox making his way through this bracket as well. He's going to play Quento Revolver in the next round, and Virgin Hero Marine also in this bracket too. Wow, Boombox is actually having a really nice run, and maybe with a little bit of blink action, maybe he can make it far as well. Alright, so I'm just going to be continuing on here. We're going to jump into some action in this game number 2 here on Iron Fortress. This music's a little bit creepy. Very fast Stargate in the center of the map though for jeysen, as he has opened up with double gas here, and we'll be looking to go into that Stargate very quickly in the center of the map. So earlier we actually saw Grey Warden doing this against Optimus, and unfortunately for Grey Warden, he it was on Cactus Valley, and he kind of procced in the top side of the map, hoping his opponent was here or here. Again, we have the Protoss, the Terran player spawning horizontally to the Protoss as we did in that game. And right now, jeysen just scouting around, trying to check where his opponent is. And as this rebate comes into the bottom left, and we'll find his opponent right now. We'll see only a second pylon on the way now, and immediately MorroW's going to start realizing that he might need an engineering bay quite quickly in this game. He comes around the back again, just looking for that extra pylon before he commits into that very early engineering bay. Oracle on the way, though. First 2 Marines only just now on the way up, and there's that engineering bay. MorroW realizing that this is a potential threat, realizing he's going to need these turrets to be able to stay safe. This probe going to confirm his opponent's not in the upper left position, and this should be it now. jeysen's going to be able to survive this Oracle down to the bottom right corner of the map. Only 2 Marines out though, and actually this Oracle might get here in time to deny that natural command center. Oh my god, that natural CC, it's just about going to finish, right? It's got 10 seconds on it, but the Oracle's on the way in. If the Oracle checks the natural right now, he might be able to delay the CC, but he's going to actually just go for the bunker on the high ground instead. That's actually kind of unfortunate, really. As this turret's on the way up, he's going to actually go in, he's going to trade against the Marines, he's going to get rid of all 4 of them, and the turret is going to be the next target. So I mean, the mineral line is safe. Zio's going to sacrifice the Oracle. I don't think it gets away from that. No, it doesn't. Kaboom, and it gets blown up. And that's a little bit problematic, as we actually see Void Ray to follow up the second Oracle. So this is going to be a continued 1 base all in here out of jeysen as he comes in. And again, if you just check that natural, he could have had the CC delayed down there, and that would have been a huge advantage for him, maybe forcing the cancel there even over time. 3 Marines going to sit by this turret until there's 6 of them, and he's not really too much else that can happen here. MorroW just producing pure Marine right now, no gas mining at all, only mining minerals, making sure he gets as many minerals as possible, as I imagine he'll try and add a turret over here as well sometime soon. This River coming in, it's actually not going to be, he's going to expand, but I mean, he's making Void Rays, which I guess he's not going to kind of all in with this. He's not going to kind of be super aggressive in terms of on the ground, but he's just going to continue to kind of attack in the sky and be, you know, harassed here or there. And oh my god, that's such an amazing idea for the Twitch name. Awards. Awards. Oh my god. That's kind of smart. I kind of like that one from Mario. I like that. That's smart. I like that. We could call them award ease. Oh, okay, back into this game. We do have these voiders which are kind of, again, they're not really in a position where, you know, he's not building up ground forces, so he's not looking to just bust the front and win the game. He really is looking as though he just wants to save these voids and kind of come in and attack MorroW when he's not really expecting it, and look to see if he can kind of get some damage done to the natural. It's a big commitment though. These void rays are expensive. You know, they really do not come cheap, as we see the third one now being added on. So this is a big commitment. It's going to delay any kind of further splash damage or tech in the game for our Protoss. So Jeysen really needs to make sure he gets something happening with this. A bunker being added on at the front for MorroW. Kind of brave to only have one bunker. I mean, I guess he's seen the expansion, but he's also seen the voids making. So I mean, what if it's just a fake Nexus? I guess, you know, who has fundamentals to fake out if they're going to go 3 gates to Stargate? But I don't know. I feel it's very brave to just have one bunker there and not even another turret. You know, nothing to fall back on either. So third void ray joins us. You know, if this actually was a 3 gate Stargate, I actually think Jeysen might just straight up win, but then again, I guess MorroW wouldn't have would have more bunkers because he wouldn't have ever seen that expansion coming down. More voids being made, man. This is gonna be our 4th void ray popping out of this Stargate in a moment or two. And when is this madness going to end? I just don't know. This Oracle looking to hunt down this SCV, and we'll use this energy to shut that down. Deny scouting information, always important. There's another Corona boost on this Stargate. A 5th void ray on the way up. Oh, this is a little bit weird as Oracle peeks forwards and just sees what's at the front there. I mean, I guess what it is as soon as, I mean, how recently, I don't think MorroW's really rechecked this Stargate for a while. I mean, I guess as soon as he moves out, the voids are just going to come in and try and just absolutely destroy the natural. And I guess that's just kind of the game plan here, is MorroW's going to find it though. He's going to see another void out on the map. Or did he? Maybe not. Marine's going to come in here and see that voids are still being made. I mean, if you see voids are still being made, surely you're going to wonder a little bit about what is going on in this game. Like, what is happening? It's a little bit crazy. Another bunker going to be popped down, a turret as well at the front. Another bunker. He realizes now that something's coming. But I don't think it's going to be what he thinks it is. As, oh my god, the voids come in, they take down a turret very quickly. And they're going to take down this supply depot as well. I mean, the orbital command center has to lift here. He has to move away with this. He has to repair that up as well. I mean, these voiders have to be careful against the Marines. They do have combat shields. They do have... actually, they don't have stim. And no stim started. This is not good for MorroW. As he's going to try and reland. I mean, the voids have been found out. So MorroW kind of realizes what's going on. But I think he's going to have add more than one turret. I mean, we saw how fast that first turret died, even with a full surround of SCVs. And there he goes. Gets put down here. Voids are going to be able to, well, they would be able to take down a bunker very quickly if they had prismatic alignment, but there's enough Marines here, I think, to just keep scaring them away. Jeysen has to be a little bit careful with these. He doesn't want to lose them. I mean, that's basically his entire game plan right now, these 4 or 5 void rays. Is this 6? 6 void rays. As he takes down these 2 bunkers at the front. Again, it's kind of free mineral damage, and maybe MorroW is, yeah, he's going to rebuild them, so he feels the need to keep rebuilding these. Void's just going to pull back for now and just wait a little while longer, get that prismatic alignment off cooldown before moving in again, I imagine. Back at home, I mean, Jeysen is kind of, you know, he's got a forge up, he's starting to get +1, he's getting a second forge, he's getting charge on the way as well. Things looking very good for him as these Marines are going to try and force these void rays back. A couple of missile turret shots land onto this void ray. And another. So again, needs to be a little bit careful with this as an Oracle comes in, and that's actually a really nice revelation. Keep an eye on where his opponent's going to be with their Marines, as he's going to come in, and that's going to be a dead turret again here immediately. But once again, just pulls away again without stim. These Marines are just like, they're not going to kill these void rays very quickly in all honesty. And again, MorroW is kind of pinned back on this base because when he moves out, these voids are going to like swoop in and kind of attack him. Now, once he gets enough out to kind of, the problem is I feel as though by the time he gets enough out to genuinely kind of move out with half his army and leave enough Marines back at home to defend as well, I feel as though Jeysen's going to have enough back at home. He's adding a Dark Shrine right now. This is actually so smart because, well, there's a turret still alive at the front, but he's been killing turrets around, you know, like in the natural and stuff. And everyone's going to start though. These voids taking a lot of damage, needs to be careful. These Marine numbers are growing, so they're getting a little bit out of hand to just deal with void rays. I mean, kind of ridiculous that we're having to say that, but it's kind of crazy. But I mean, Jeysen's just getting set to go in towards the third base. Some DTs warping. I guess he's just going to use these for Archons then initially. I'm not using them for too much else. Again, there's just so much of his army which is just on the kind of wrong side of the map, and it just isn't going to be useful in fights at all, realistically. I don't think so. I mean, I guess I had a bit of DPS on. Oh my god, MorroW's going to move out. This is a brave, brave move. Oh, but look at this, Jason's just going to move away as well. Okay, MorroW comes back. I think he's trying to, like, bait them Void Rays in. Is this going to be one big attack from Jeysen? He starts with a third Nexus, though, so it doesn't really make sense for it just to be kind of one big attack. I like the addition of Widow Mines here from MorroW. That's really nice. That's going to actually help out a lot against what is coming in his way. He did scan. What did he actually see with his scan? I mean, not too much, I don't think. Nothing that maybe. Did he scan the middle of the map? No, he can't have. Did he scan just outside? I'm not sure where he scanned, but he seems to have gotten the idea that this attack is coming his way. He sees it now, the Zealots, the Archos. The thing is, though, I don't think our Terran player really needs to, our Pros player really needs to fight in here, because, I mean, he is going to build up army behind his probably killed workers. Probably killed some workers with a drop or something. Wow, I'm sorry we missed that. As, I think a Void were getting taken down there as well. Wow, we actually did miss MorroW doing some damage at some point in this game with a Widow Mine or something. As here we go, just going to charge through with these Zealots. They're going to connect very quickly. He needs to get rid of these bunkers. There's not really any repair on them. But is there going to be enough to fight the army behind this? I really don't think there is. SCV's been pulled in towards this, and this just isn't going to be anywhere near enough. Marine's going to stim forwards, and, well, there's only Void Rays here. There's only Void Rays, and Widow Mine's going to try and push forwards as well. MorroW can just continue to chase here. I mean, he could stim if he'd like to. Apparently he doesn't want to. Oh, he has actually already stimmed. Wow. Today's not my best day, is it? As, well, this army in the centre is not going to do much at all. Concussive shots coming down, then Zealot's not able to charge forwards there. Revelation comes down onto the army, but MorroW 40 supply up right now, and that is all in army supply. And DT coming forwards, but a couple of DTs going to get scanned on immediately and taken down. It was kind of cool by Jeysen. I kind of feel he didn't really need to attack in the end, though. Like, I feel as though he could have just sat back for a while longer and just sat and waited. I felt attacking into two bunkers with a lot of stim bio behind is just a little bit of a suicide move. Another DT going to swipe away this army. When will MorroW scan? Does he have scans? Yes, scans coming down his main base to clean up DTs, which are actually doing a bit of damage here. As Jeysen's kind of way back into this, I suppose. He lifts up, he does deal with this Dark Temple over here, but another two DTs moving forwards. The drop's going to come in on the high ground now then, and Jeysen's completely out of position to deal with this with the two Dark Templar. He needs to get them as close as possible, as soon as possible, really. There's another scan just gets used in the natural, but Jeysen's just going to type GG, he's not going to try it. Good luck, he calls.